All right, back for another beer review, and today I'll be reviewing yet another beer from the Fifth Frame Brewing Company, and they are out of Rochester, New York, and this is their Blizzy, the blueberry, raspberry, cotton candy, and vanilla soft serve variant. So they are calling this one a frozen dessert style sour with the aforementioned 4 ingredients. It comes in at 6% alcohol by volume, no IBUs. Listen, time of review, and this can is just under 4 months old. So there's a lot of shit going on in this beer, and I picked it up because they're pretty much trying to mimic a Dairy Queen Blizzard in, as they call it, frozen dessert style sour. Like, that's what they're trying to go for. I love the label. It's just basically a Blizzard upside down. Now, they've released 2 of these. By the time you see this review, they released another one called Root Beer Float. Now, I did review that with a couple good friends of mine and fellow beer tubers, Dan and Mike over at FLX Beer Reviews, and they nailed the Root Beer Float, but it was so sickly sweet. It was insane. I did not like it. I think I gave it like a 1.5. Like, Root Beer Float, nailed. So sickly sweet. Like, I had a couple sips and I was like, I'm done. But I believe it was Dan who said that this one was good, or maybe it was Mike. Maybe it was Mike's wife, Amanda. I can't remember, but somebody said that this one was much better than that. So I'm all about it, and I already had this one in my fridge, so that was good to hear. But anyway, yeah, I don't know much about this one other than the 4 ingredients and what they're kind of going for. I imagine this is going to be, kind of sweeter as far as, like, dessert sours. Everyone seeing this? This is not frozen, by the way. This is 100% not frozen. This was in my fridge with everything else. It's not frozen. You know what? I'm not even going to pour the rest. What the fuck? What the fuck? This doesn't, like, listen. I've been reviewing the crazy smoothie and slushy style sour ales for years on the channel. My 450 North reviews are some of the most popular on my channel. I'm accustomed to some crazy shit, right? And a lot of people come here and say this isn't beer, and I don't really do that argument anymore, because believe what you want, feel how you want, spend your money however you want, it doesn't matter. This is not looking like beer at all. Like, that looked like someone fucking like froze it, or there was like actual, like, a milkshake in here. Can I even get any more in here? Like, this is crazy. Like, and the look of this is just fucking absurd. I'm gonna cheat, but yeah, I like, my glass isn't dirty, folks. That's just all the goodies. Holy fuck, this is the grossest thing that's happened on my channel, but also we're gonna review it for science. So that pours out this charcoal, cotton candy, deep purple, light blue, just fucking, I don't know how it's gonna look on camera, but in person it just looks not right. Like, in terms of, like, that color does not look natural. Obviously they're using cotton candy, so it's not. And I'm trying to, like, swirl it up, and the head's the only thing that's swirled up. I don't know. Let's get a nose. Yeah, honest, I'm kind of fucking surprised at how it smells. There's a huge, like, tart into sour kind of nose, and it smells like a sour, like a kettle sour. But then over top of it, you're getting cotton candy, blueberry, raspberry. Like, it has the berries themselves. I guess the vanilla soft serve is actually the chunks of everything getting poured in here. Let's see if I can get more. I use this big glass instead of my Fifth Frame glass, because when it comes to these big fruited sours, I like to pour in the entire thing, because as you can see, you got chunks and shit. I did not expect this. This is like this. Whoever's watching this right now, yeah, this is fucking gross. I agree with you. And I don't know why I'm trying to get more into my, just like, it honestly looks like somebody melted vanilla ice cream into my beer. Or not vanilla, just ice cream in general, but on it, like, yeah, cotton candy, blueberry, raspberry, and then like a tart base. Like, if I was smelling this blind, I'd be like, yeah, that's a fruited sour of some sort. It's probably a heavily fruited sour. It kind of has that, like, fruit puree kind of vibe to it. But, like, all right. Anyway, there's not much more to say. You see how fucking, listen, this looks fucking disgusting. This looks disgusting. Like this does not look, even the top, I don't know how if you can see the top, but the top has this real weird like bluish tinge to it. The head, I don't know. Let's get into it. Cheers, everybody. Hopefully I survive. I'm going for a second sip, so obviously it's not disgusting. Listen, one more sip, and then I don't even know what to say about this. I'm eating this. That's what I'm doing. I'm not a beer purist. You probably know that if you follow my channel. I do a lot of pastry stouts, heavily fruited sours, hazy IPAs. And what I mean by I'm not a beer purist is that there's people out there, beer purists, that, you know, a lot of these new styles, something like this, they would never buy. They actively don't enjoy it. They don't want other people to buy it. I'm not one of those people. I say, and I always say this as far as like any food and drink goes, buy what you like. It doesn't matter if from a bigger corporation, a smaller one, it doesn't matter if it's a style like this or an old school, just like American Pale Ale, whatever you enjoy when it comes to beer, food, just buy it. Just enjoy what if you're going to spend your hard earned dollars on something, do it because you like it, not because someone else tells you you should be eating or drinking something. I like the heavily fruited sours. They don't taste like beer a lot of times. Okay, it's hard to struggle to pull out a character of a beer. This thing right here, what I'm drinking right now, this to me, I don't say has jumped the shark in terms of what I enjoy beer-wise, but it kind of has. Because I can deal with thick, smoothie, slushy, sour beers. Like I can deal with them. The mouthfeel, they're thick, they're syrupy. They almost have that kind of slushy feel to it. This is like, this right here, this beer is like someone literally took a heavily fruited sour, a blueberry and raspberry, and then just blended in vanilla soft serve and handed it to you. And that's what I'm drinking right now. Because I think that's what it kind of is. I'm eating the fucking thing. It's almost approaching a yogurt-esque into like frozen yogurt kind of standpoint. Does it taste good? Yeah, this tastes pretty fucking good, honestly. I'm not gonna sit here bullshit you. Let's review this like I would any other beer on my channel. Body on this one, it's fucking as thick as possible because I'm chewing it. Mouthfeel, it's soft, it's smooth, it's creamy. It has carbonation somehow, but it's not very noticeable because you're chewing the beer and then it turns into like, you know, that smooth, soft, like eating ice cream or soft serve. The taste, there's a ton of what I'd say is more of a synthetic, artificial kind of raspberry, blueberry, cotton candy type of thing going on. So it's the candied blueberry, candied raspberry with the cotton candy. Does this replicate like a Blizzard in frozen dessert style sour form? Yeah, like if this is what they're going for, then I think they did a great job. This is basically like somebody took a Blizzard and mixed it with 6% sour beer. Here's the thing. It's like, it's firmly tart. It's not really sour. It just has a tartness, acidity in the chest. I don't hate it because I'm drinking it, right? But like, this is too much for me in terms of like, it looks fucking disgusting. A lot of times I'll drink a beer after I look at it and I'm just like, I don't care that it looks terrible. I'm still going to drink it. This one actively looks disgusting and super fucking fake. So the mouthfeel and the body is just too much. It's just too much for me. It is crazy sweet. It's not as sweet as that root beer float one they did, which they nailed the root beer float flavor. And that beer was not as crazy fucking thick. Now, here's the thing. This is what I'll say. This is under 4 months old. I picked it right up from Premier Gourmet here in the Buffalo area in Amherst. I took it right from their fridge, or their walk-in cooler, and put it right in my fridge. And my fridge is probably like 38 degrees, the one I keep it in. I don't know if fresh this wasn't as thick and maybe had more of a consistency that would make sense, but this is just, I can't. So I got to be honest. Blizzy, the blueberry, raspberry, cotton candy, vanilla soft serve variant. 2 out of 5. Like, I can't. Like, the only redeeming quality of this one for me is the taste, which a lot of people be like, then wouldn't you drink it? No, man. The experience with that body and mouthfeel, it's like I'm chewing the fucking beer for real. Like, it's like, I guess I'd be in the mood for this if I did want some kind of dessert and I also wanted alcohol with it and I wanted it sour on top of it. But I've drank a lot of crazy fucking heavily fruited sour beers, some with crazy fucking thick mouthfeels and crazy, bodies and super just insane. This is too much for me. I think I've hit the level where I'm like, okay, with those beers, it's too much. Now, there's probably people out here that have tried this one and love it. I'm not one of those guys. So I think this beer has reached that heavily fruited sour kind of realm where too much for me. I need to dial it back a little bit. So if you've had this one before, let me know what you think about it, or if you had the other Blizzy from Fifth Frame. I know there's people out there that are going to watch this and be like, dude, I want to fucking try that. That looks crazy. I just want to see what you're saying. There's other people out there that have already had this one. I'm probably like, dude, I loved it. It's, sorry that you didn't. And that's the beauty about beer. We all have different opinions. Price point availability on this one. I think these were like $25 4-pack at the brewery. I think I paid $7 for that can here at Premier. I think, it's a little bit more expensive, obviously, if you're not getting it right from the brewery. I would never pay that. It was fun to try once, but if they release more within the series, I'm not going to grab them just because they're 0 for 2 for me. And again, I think it was Dan or Mike. I think it might have been Dan and his wife, Nicole. I think they said they had this one. They enjoyed it. Just not for me. And Dan and I, if anything, Dan usually disagrees with me if I like something. So I'm glad that I kind of went the other way this way, Dan. An availability, Fifth Frame, their stuff is available in Western New York, and I believe the One Stop Brew Shop in Rochester, they have an online site and they ship all over New York State. So if you want to try Fifth Frame stuff and you live in New York, you can grab it. So yes, 6% alcohol. Like, when people say, that's not beer, this is like, to me, what I'd imagine when they say that to me when I'm doing another heavily fruited sour. That is what I would say to somebody who's drinking that. I'd be like, that's not beer, because this has no redeeming beer quality outside of that tartness, and I couldn't even tell you there's a beer hidden underneath this. So 2 out of 5 is the best. And the only reason I gave it a 2 out of 5 is I think the taste is good. It has that cotton candy kind of, almost reminds me of like bubblegum ice cream to some extent. It kind of like in that realm. And I like bubblegum ice cream, or I did as a kid. I haven't had bubblegum ice cream probably in like 25 years, so I couldn't tell you if I like it anymore. But I do like the flavor of it, but it's the body and the mouthfeel are just, can't do it. I can't do it. So anyway, should have made for an instant review, at least the first half where I'm pouring it and just staring at you because I fucking don't know what's happening. Outside of that, yeah. I don't think I'm buying more of these. Anyway, appreciate everybody stopping by for another probably pretty long beer review. I don't know, probably like 15 minutes, but I don't fucking know. Anyway, appreciate it. Till the next one. Cheers. I'm chewing the fucking beer.